Very good, Santosh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So before we are going to start the today's lecture, yesterday, like what we discussed, just to give you a quick recap of that, so that meantime others will join. Yesterday, I started with the web application development. What exactly the web application is? An application which will runs with the help of an internet. That is what we call it as a web. And it is a collection of web pages. And these web pages can be built with two different types of technology. One is the client, another one is the server. Now, a client is nothing but what a browser. A server can be a web server, I can say. We have like different web servers are available, like IIS, Apache, Tomcat, AWS, Azure Cloud. Like that, we have different web servers. Kestel is one web server. Like that, we have different web servers are available. And in order to understand your application to that web server, we have to write the logic with the help of server-side technologies. Now, what are the server-side technologies we have? We have JSP is available, Struts MVC is there, ASP.NET is available, ASP.NET Core is available. Hey, I'm sorry, I got some network issue. Okay. Seems like it got fixed. I don't know, like suddenly like the network was dropped. I'm sorry. Right. Now coming to here, server-side technologies are purely connect with the server. But end of the day, the result or response has to be delivered to the client. Because end user will never go to the server and never log into the server and never see like, that output that what your application is gives you. As the web application developer, how much importance is there to build a server-side application? Equal importance should be given for the front-end application as well. And in order to do that particular one, the front-end application development, we use what? Client-side technologies. Generally speaking, client-side web technologies are going to be used, which can be used to build the front-end application. Now, what are the client-side technologies are available? I told you we have three different types of things. One is HTML, another one is CSS, and the third one is the JavaScript. HTML is the one, second one is what? CSS, and the third one is going to be JavaScript is available. Now, the purpose of the HTML is just used to represent the data. That means I have some raw data where I am getting it from my server-side application. I wanted to display that particular data in my front-end application. Then what I need to do? I'll use a table tag, or else I am getting like, from the backend, some heading. Then I can display with the help of H1 tag so that people may know the importance of that particular content by using the HTML. Understood? HTML is just used for data representation, the way how you want to expose the data to the end user on the browser. Understand? That means if I try to open something like, let's say nareshit.in, there I'm able to see like, the nareshit over here, right? Now in this particular scenario here, I'm able to see like, the logo. By seeing that logo, we come to know that, okay, that is, the brand of brand of like, particular one. And by seeing like, all this information, I come to know that these are the links to navigate from one place to another place. The time when user click on, let's say all courses, I'm able to see like, all the courses in a tabular format. You can see here, I'm able to see like, all the courses in tabular format. How I come to know that? Because like they structured in a way that, the complete data is going to be available in the table. How they created it? They are using the HTML, the simple HTML they are using in order to represent the data. Anybody can easily understand what exactly it is. And now CSS is available. The purpose of the CSS is used for what? Styling purpose. Whenever if you want to do, suppose let's say if I'm having just a table format, then I'm not able to get like, these backgrounds. But here you can see I have kind of background. That means for all the heading, I'm having some background. For all the normal rows, you can take, we have a different color. And for the links, I'm having different red color. And when I keep my mouse on there you can see it comes in like, the green color. So all these are like whatever the styles that you people are seeing here, that we are able to achieve with the help of what? CSS. So CSS is mainly used for what? Styling purpose. That means HTML by default won't provide any kind of styles. So for that reason, we use the CSS in order to provide like the styles for the web application. And the advanced version of the CSS is now Bootstrap, where most of the people they are using the Bootstrap. That means they use what Bootstrap is having, nothing. Whatever the frequently used styles that are available, they created. The Twitter company, they created like the classes, and they are giving those classes for us. And whenever it required, we just simply use that particular class, so that automatically that will be applied. And as the part of this training program, we will be understanding different Bootstrap classes as well. Like, when it comes to the Angular application development. And later we have like this SAS is available, less is available, stylus, like the different libraries that are introduced into the market. But Bootstrap is like the one which is currently ruling in the market. Understand? Currently ruling in the market. And here, either you can go with the HTML, CSS, or Bootstrap. We can build only a static page. Now, what is static page? What is dynamic page? What is the difference between those? Tell me. What is static and what is dynamic? I have mentioned very clearly that a static page is which is common for everyone. Now you can see, if I'll try to open this page from my end, I'm able to see an output like this. Same thing, if I'll be giving it to you, you people also see the same page, right? Is there any difference for you? Tell me. Tell me, is there any difference? If I open the page, whatever the content that what I'm viewing right now, that is like, same for each and every person. It doesn't matter that like that content comes from the database or that content comes from some static data. It doesn't matter at all. A static page is nothing but a page which cannot be changed for every user. A page which cannot be changed for every user. That is what a static page. A page which can be constructed based on the user. A page which can be constructed based on the user. That is what we call it as a dynamic page. Understand? That means if I'll be going with Gmail and I'm going to log in into the Gmail by giving the username and password. And the time when user click on login, am I able to get only my emails, right? Yes or no? I'm able to see like only my emails, nothing apart from that one. I'm unable to get like, that email that what you people are having. It's completely like, my email that what I'm getting. So that is how it is going to be. That is where like, it was constructed. Understand? It was constructed based on the user credentials. It was constructed based on the user credential. That is how it is going to. And now that is like, those kind of pages are not sufficient. That means static pages are not sufficient to build a proper web application. So that we should make, a dynamic web applications. That is also very important. An application should have both the static pages and dynamic pages. We should have both. So for that reason, we use what? The JavaScript. And JavaScript is used to manipulate the DOM. DOM is something like the HTML element at runtime. That means suppose let's say I have a text box. When user enter the data and click on the submit, I'll read the value from the text box. Or else like when user click on, let's say, a submit button, then I wanted to construct the data based on the credentials that what user has given. So all these things are going to be dynamical. That means it should be generated dynamically. To build those kind of things, we use the JavaScript. And JavaScript later it enhanced to jQuery as a library, because like writing plain JavaScript and executing is not that much easy task. That is the reason like, we have the jQuery. And at that time, there is a new concept was looking into the picture in the industry, that is a SPA, single page application. And we cannot build a single page application with the help of jQuery. So for that reason, they introduced Angular. And now the Angular, that means Angular JS was there. Angular is completely rewritten. There is no like, similarities, and there is no, what I can say, implementation wise also, both are entirely different. Because Angular JS is just a library. That's it, nothing apart from that one. But when I say about Angular, Angular is going to be what? It's a framework. Angular is a framework. Angular JS is a library that we are having. Understand? It is a framework and it is a library that we are having. Okay. And what exactly that Angular? I have explained you very clearly. Angular is an open source. That means which is freely available front-end development platform, and which was developed by the Google, that make it easy to build a mobile and a desktop based web application. And we have like different implementations are available, like templates, data binding, forms, pipes, services, directives, understand, dependency injection, HTTP client, whereas like, observable, promises, and subscriber, like that we have many concepts are available. All those concepts that are like, that will make the Angular development much more easier, and also the performance is also too good. And what are the prerequisites? As I told you, HTML, CSS are bootstrap, and JavaScript basics are very important. And TypeScript and Angular, these two that I'll take care. And the duration, what I have explained to you yesterday, is 40 days. And the session timing is from 9 to 10:30. As these are the demo sessions, we will be spending 1 hour of time only. But like, maybe from tomorrow onwards, we will be logging like, the hours from 9 to 10:30 completely. Okay, this is what we have discussed in the last session. Now in today's session, we will see, right. Now in today's session, we will understand environment setup, building Angular applications. So the very first thing that what every day, like you will be having the same link. There is no change. I don't have any kind of offline videos. Banu Prakash. Okay. Sure, Jofra. Don't worry. Okay. Right. Now let us understand, like, the next one. Don't ask any questions right now. If you have anything, I'll give some time at the end. Okay, so you may ask the question. I'll just open, like, the forum for question and answer. So you might ask any question over there. Okay, first listen and concentrate this. This is very important. The today's one is very important. So environment setup for building the Angular application, like how you can set up your environment. Generally speaking, if you wanted to build, like, any kind of Angular application, there are a couple of things that needs to be installed. So the first one is going to be Node.js server, or else let's say Node.js, I can say. That is very important. Now what a Node.js will do, the Node.js which can be used to run the Angular application. That means whenever if you wanted to run that Angular application, because Angular is also a web technology, right? Tell me, am I right? Angular is also going to be a web technology, generally speaking. So that means any web technology, if you wanted to run, definitely we should have the support of the server. Then who will execute the Angular application? Not even the Angular application. The environment setup right now, whatever I'm discussing here, is common for React.js, Vue.js, and then Angular. Whatever we have right now, Angular 15, we have, like, same kind of environment setup for building that Angular application. That means the very first thing is going to be, we have to install the Node.js. The very first thing is going to be, we have to install the Node.js. Now, once if you can install the Node.js, then this Node.js will install a package manager. That is what we call it as a Node.js package manager. Now, what is Node.js package manager here? What is Node.js package manager here? If you are a Java developer, I hope you people might know about the jar files. Or else, like, if you are a .NET developer, you might know about the DLLs, right? Definitely, because like these sessions are planned for Java and .NET full stack developer. So that is where, understand, that is where, like I'm telling you, if you are a Java developer, you know about the jar file. And if you are a .NET developer, you know about the DLL files. Now, what is the purpose of it? It comes with, like, some predefined functionality, generally speaking. And that functionality is completely maintained or managed. That functionality is completely maintained or managed by a tool that is what we call it as a package manager. Now, what is Node.js that I'll give you? Node.js is basically, it is a server which will be executing the JavaScript. I can say that Node.js, it is nothing but the server, and the purpose of it, which will be used to execute the JavaScript on browser, which will be used to execute the JavaScript on the browser. That is the reason where we use what? Node.js. Now, how we can get the Node.js? So we can install the Node.js from here. You can see that. I'll go with nodejs.org is that official website. I'm going to copying that. Now you can see. So this is the official website, guys. The official website is going to be nodejs.org/en. Now you can see what it is going to be. What is the definition according to this? You can see that. 1 second, please. Right. Now you can see we have what? 18 point. Yeah, sorry. Right. Now you can see here we have what? 18.15.0 LTS is the version that we are having. long-term support version is available here. So you can download. Now, what is Node.js here? Node.js is an open source. Open source means it's free. Again, cross-platform. What is mean by cross-platform? That means Node.js you people can install in like any operating system. It doesn't matter at all. Either you can download it on the Windows, or you can download it on the Mac, or you can download it on the flashlight, or you can download it on the different operating system. If you want to download it on Windows, you can select it. Otherwise, you can just click on other downloads, where you can find, you see, Mac installer, Windows installer. You can find it in the Linux, and you can see there is a Docker image and power systems. We have different different servers that are available. There you can download different operating systems. Now, once you download it, it includes that NPM version of what you can see there. It includes that NPM version of 9.5.0. Understand? That means you can see the time when you download it, it automatically installs NPM also. Now, what is the purpose of Java? This one, Node.js, you can see that Node.js is nothing but the server which will be used to execute the JavaScript on the browser. That is the purpose of it. From where you can download it from here. https://nodejs.org/en is the website. Now here also you can see the two versions. One is LTS version, another one is the current version. One is LTS version, another one is current version. Now, what is the difference between these two? What is the difference between these two? LTS version is nothing but it is a stable version. Okay, it is a stable version where they provided the support. The Node.js developer, they provide the support for this version. Current version is going to be an unstable version. That means they keep on updating it without any prior notice. Without any prior notice, they have a right to update it. They have a right to degrade it. They have a right to modify it. That is this one, unstable version. Yes, very good, Aryan. We may call it as beta version also. It's a beta version. But in practical environment, in real time, we definitely use LTS versions only. We never go and we never use the current versions. That's because it's a beta version. So that is where we always try to use what? LTS versions. That is the good programming practice. Now, how do we download? Just you can click on that. Then it might take a minute to download. That's depend on that internet speed. Now I'll go to here, click on OK. It might take a minute to download and install. Just a minute. Maybe you can do in parallel, same thing. Now you can see it is computing the space requirements. I'll go with the next, accept the terms and conditions, next, and then next, and then next, and then next. Just go with the regular flow. No need to do anything. Just if you can do that, then it will take some time to install, not more than a minute. Will be very faster actually, because I have already installed. It might checking that. Otherwise, it's not a big deal. I have installed it. Just wait a minute. One more minute might be. Right. Now you can see, I'll click on finish so that it get installed. Now, how do you verify that whether it was installed in your machine or not? To do that, open the window, just go with window this one, and here you can search for command prompt. A command prompt which was installed in your machine, just open the command prompt, and there you can give a command, something like node-v, where it stands for the version. Now, what is the version which was installed in the machine? It is 18.15.0 is the version that we are having. We may use this particular one. Understand? We may use this particular one, node-v. The time when I'm giving node-v, it get installed 18.15.0, whatever we install. And at the same time, as I told you, whenever you install this Node.js, it includes that NPM as well. What is NPM? I will show you, but you can see NPM version is also 9.5.0 was installed. Now let me check that NPM version, how I can do that. NPM-v if I'm using, now you can see it's 9.5.0. Understood. That means one time, if you can install the Node.js, it will install the Node.js and automatically it includes that NPM. Now, what is NPM? NPM is a Node Package Manager. NPM is a Node Package Manager. Now, what it is? It is exactly like your Google Drive. Suppose, let's say, if you can take a picture, or else like you have a resume, and that resume is there in a pen drive. Then carrying that pen drive, that you might forget definitely at some point of time, right? Definitely, as a human, we definitely did the mistake, and we supposed to we sometimes we lost it. Sometimes we may forget to bring that when we are going for out, because it's a physical drive. It's a physical drive. But let's just take an example. If I'm having my resume in a Gmail, or else if I'm having my resume in a Google Drive, I'm able to get that anywhere, right? Yes or no? Because it is using the virtual memory. If it will be available on the internet, or if it will be available on the cloud, it will be available on the repository. The advantage is what? You people can download it anywhere, wherever it requires. The same thing they are maintaining in NPM.js as well. Now, what is NPM.js? NPM is a node package manager. It contains a list of packages. NPM is having what? A list of packages. Check on what kind of packages. It contains all the JavaScript packages. You can see that. Build an amazing things. We are in GitHub, the company behind that NPM registry and NPM CLI. We offer those community for free, but our day job is building and selling useful tools for the developer like you. Now, what it is going to be, take your JavaScript development up to the notch. Now you can just download whatever the package is required. Suppose you guys need the TypeScript, man. Then what you can do, if you can search for the TypeScript, then they will show you the exact match. That means the TypeScript package. So how do we install the TypeScript in our application? How do we get the next build? Not only that, suppose I just need a Bootstrap. There you can see we are able to get the Bootstrap 5. And how do we install? There you can find different there is a command, something like npm I bootstrap is available. By using that we can, or else let's say you people wants to get React.js is required. Just search for React.js. There you can see we have the package is available. How we can get that package? We have a command for that one. npm I React.js is the package. Or else let's say you people wants to get Angular CLI, because Angular, as I told you, it's not a library. Understood? It's not a library, it's a framework. So we have like lot of libraries are available and lot of tools are available. In that Angular CLI is a tool which can be used to build, develop, deploy, run, test, everything we can do with the help of CLI tool. If you wanted to get that tool, you can see that. You can see that we have a command like that. You see, for everything we have the command, and once you execute that command, it will go to that package manager and it will download that relevant package. Understand? Now, what is an NPM? I can say that NPM is a package manager. That means I can say that it is a space in cloud. Simply, I can say it is a space in cloud. What an NPM will have? It contains all the client side libraries and tools within it. That means it contains all the libraries and tools. That means the way how you people are having your Google Photos on the drive, the way how you are having your images, or else like your notepad, or else like your what I can say MS Office files. In the same way, NPM is also maintaining that. That means it contains all the client-side libraries and tools within it. It contains all the client-side libraries and tools within it. That is how it is going to be. Understand? That is how it is going to be. Now, we can download those tools and the libraries and can be used to build all the client-side applications. Can be used to build all the client-side application. Whatever the client-side application you guys wants to build, you can just build with the help of it. That is the advantage that we are having. Understand? Clear now? Tell me guys, is it clear? Is this clear? Very good, very good. Nice, nice. So that means, and here like I can say one thing, once we install Node.js, it automatically installs NPM into the system. It automatically install NPM into the system. So how we can verify the version? Simply, I can say node-v will give the version of Node.js. And at the same time, if we can go to here, npm-v, okay, npm-v will give the version of npm. That means you can open the command prompt and you can do whatever you want. Just you can open the command prompt and you can run these commands. I hope you're not the kids to tell you like where the command prompt is, but anyhow, I'll just explain you one more time. Just go to the window, type for the command prompt. I'll open the command prompt and here you can give node-v, where -v stands for what? Version. Okay. -v stands for version. Right. Now you can see we have what? It's an 18.15.0 node-v. And at the same time, I'll go with, let's write a command, something like npm-v, which will give you that npm version, that is 9.5.0 that we are having. Understood? Clear. This is all about like, the Node.js and NPM. Now, additionally, guys, one thing I'm telling you, if you have like Node.js version 14 plus version, that should be fine. Okay, in order to build that application, 14 plus version is fine. But why I always ask you, I mean, why I'm telling always like, go with the latest one means, if you can learn like, something latest here, once you join in the company also, you never feel like, that is I'm sorry, guys. Got a call. That is good. Just a minute, please. Right. Right. So these are the two things that we are having. Just why I'm telling you like go with the installed version means once you join in the company, you might like, work on latest things, updated things. So there you never face like any difficulty for that reason only. But if you can have like, the Node.js version 14 and above, NPM version 6 and above, both are enough like to learn about the Angular. Understand? Don't worry about like, if you're having least version, but it doesn't like, cost more, right? Not even like cost anything. You can simply connect with internet and you can download it. Am I right? Tell me. You can simply connect with internet and then you can download it so that automatically it will get downloaded. I don't know like why again, you're asking the question like I'm having this version, whether it is okay, not okay. But I'm telling you 14 plus version and in the Node NPM 7 version, both are fine for me. Okay, na? Right. And the next one is going to be, so the first thing is going to be, Node.js. Second thing is going to be NPM is required. And third one is going to be, we must and should have a TypeScript to be installed. Now, what is TypeScript? What is the need of the TypeScript here? No need to download NPM. That is where I mentioned here. We can download those tools and we can make use of it. That is how it is going to. Okay, right. Now, what is TypeScript? These many days, like, so far, before that Angular application development, either you can take an Angular JS, okay, you can take an Angular JS or you can take a jQuery, Knockout JS, Node JS. All these are like, the JavaScript libraries that are available. There you need to write the program with the help of pure JavaScript. Understood what I am saying? That means either you can take the JavaScript jQuery. In jQuery also we write like, the JavaScript code only. Node.js you can take, Knockout.js you can take. For the period of time, like, from last couple of years, any library that comes into the picture, we need to write the logic with the help of JavaScript. But as I told you, JavaScript is having some lack of features. What are the features which are not available? The first feature is going to be JavaScript is not a compiler based language. That is the first one. It's not a compiler based language. And the second one is going to be, understand, and the second one is going to be JavaScript is not a type safe language. What is mean by type safety? That means it not supported the data types. And JavaScript, writing the JavaScript, plain JavaScript is very difficult task for the developer. That is where Microsoft introduced a language, what we call it as TypeScript. Understood? Microsoft introduced a language that is TypeScript. The day when the TypeScript was introduced in the picture, we are going to mostly use. So the day like when Microsoft introduced the TypeScript, most of the people, most of the client side development, we are using only TypeScript over here. Understand? Now I'll explain you what exactly the TypeScript is. You don't need to worry about it, but just I'm telling you like how we can get or how we can install the TypeScript into our application. That part I'll explain it to you. Understand? So TypeScript is nothing but it is a programming language, or else let's say it is a scripting language which can be used to program Angular applications. Whenever if you wanted to build that Angular application, we use what? TypeScript. Now, TypeScript is nothing but it is existing JavaScript only. That means it is not adding any new feature, existing JavaScript only, but additionally, we have here data types. And also it comes with compiler supports. Understood what I am saying? TypeScript is nothing but what? Whatever the JavaScript we are having, the same JavaScript only. Additionally, we are having what? The data types. That's it. Nothing apart from that one. Additionally, what we are having? We have the data types. We have the data types. Additionally, we have the data types. Nothing apart from that one. Understood? We have the data types. And also TypeScript is having a compiler as well. Now this compiler, we need to get it from the NPM again. So how we can get that? For that reason, you can just search here. Maybe I'll open this and I'm going to write something like TypeScript. I'll write something like TypeScript. Now you can see TypeScript, we have the package. Now you can see it is asked me to install. For the latest and stable version, run this command. Now, what this command is going to be? First, I'll paste it here. To install, run the command. How do we run the command? npm install -g TypeScript. So how we can do that one? Simply, I'll go to here, npm install. That means from the node package manager, you have to install. Understand? You have to install. -g is nothing but the global installation. Now, global installation is something like one time if you can install in anywhere you can create that Angular application. By default, it uses that particular package. That means one time, one place if you can install, the system place if you can install for one time, then it automatically install globally and you need not to install it separately for every time. That is how it is going to be. -g stands for global installation. npm install -g is the global installation. What you wanted to install, the TypeScript that what I'm installing, when I'm giving OK, then automatically it will install the TypeScript. See that? It's hardly like, 1 minute job. Not even minute. It's a seconds job. Just you can give the command. Now I wanted to verify whether it was installed it or not. How do I do that one? Simply, we use the command tsc-v. Understand? That means to check the version, that installed. Okay, we use a command what? tsc-v. Okay, where TSC stands for TypeScript compiler, where TSC stands for what? TypeScript compiler. TSC stands for TypeScript compiler. Understand? TSC stands for TypeScript compiler. That means we need to have TypeScript to be installed. Now, why we need to use TypeScript? What is the importance of the TypeScript and how it is going to be differ from the JavaScript, and why most of the people they are using the TypeScript in order to build that application? That part I'll explain it to you, once we start about the TypeScript session. Clear now? Clear, tell me. Hello. Right? Very good. That means three things we have done so far. With respect to that environment setup, we have done three things. First one is what? Install the Node.js. We can get the Node.js from this official website. And here, just you can give download button so that it will get downloaded. And once if it is downloaded, then to check the version, okay, open the command prompt and give something like node-v, which will give you the version of the Node.js. That is the one. And this Node.js automatically installs what? NPM. What is NPM? It is a package manager where it contains all the list of packages. Okay, where it contains all the list of packages. And once if the package is available, you can just whatever the package is required, you can search in the window, then it will give you the command to install. But make sure guys, any package, suppose let's say npm install -g TypeScript is available. If you run this particular command, you should connect with the internet. Because all the packages, all the commands are running only when you're having a valid internet connection. If you don't have an internet connection, then it won't download any package. That is very important. I can't show you by turn off my internet practically, but just I'm telling you, if you can run this command means npm install -g TypeScript, then you must have to connect with the internet, then only the packages will be downloaded. Otherwise, no single package will be downloaded. No single package will be downloaded. So these are the three things. And the fourth one is going to be, we just need to have an Angular CLI. Angular CLI, where CLI stands for command line interface, where CLI stands for command line interface. Now, what is Angular CLI here? What is Angular CLI? What is the need of Angular CLI? That part I'll explain it to you maybe in tomorrow's session. And additionally, we need to have what? Additionally, we have what? IDE, where it stands for Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment. That's it. So, Integrated Development Environment. I used here Visual Studio Code. Okay, I used here Visual Studio Code, that what I am using here. I'm going to use VS Code, that is Visual Studio Code over here, in order to build that Angular application. And I'm using the Angular CLI also. These two that I'll download it tomorrow, so that the environment setup is going to be done. What you need to do is today simply install the Node.js and check the package manager, and roam around like, the NPM, what exactly it contain, what we have it in the NPM, what is Node.js, and what exactly the TypeScript. Because like, for everything, we have an official documentation, guys. If you can go to, let's say, TypeScript, when I click on here, you can see there is an official documentation. TypeScriptlang.org is that official documentation. There we have the docs. You see TypeScript for a new programmer, like how to write, like, the conditions, everything you can see. TypeScript for C# and .NET programs, like how the classes are going to be and everything. No, Srikanth, I wanted to learn like, from the scratch. We have a handbook where it covers like, most of the thing. I mean, anyhow, I'll explain, but why I'm suggesting you means, this is a place where you have sufficient time to learn like, some topics. But in practical environment, you never get a chance to like, be here for 10 days or 20 days or 30 days and learn like, the concept in real time. So that is the reason where you can start like, self-learning also. Anyhow, that I'll take care. You don't need to worry about it. I'll take care everything. But you also just put some efforts on the learning part by your own. That definitely give you good results. That is my intention. Nothing apart from that. And the next one is, as I told you, the prerequisites yesterday only, HTML, CSS, JavaScript basics are required. Without knowing any JavaScript knowledge, I suggest you, at least you can start in parallel. At least you can start in parallel, because this is 1.5 hour session and you have like lot of time, like, to learn something. At least you can start learning by yourself the JavaScript, because we used to write like, the JavaScript in some cases. That is my intention. You should know at least the basic level of the JavaScript. That is important. Okay. And most of the people, they ask me about like, the topics that we are going to cover as the part of the training. And I'm going to cover like, these many things, guys. I'm going to cover like, these many things as the topic list. Topics. Yeah, it's okay. If you know, like, how do we, if you can understand the concept, then that should be fine. Nothing apart from that. So these many things are going to be covered. Introduction to Angular, setup and environment, or how like, the folder structure. And we'll be discussing about the TypeScript and templates, styles, directives, component data binding, pipes, services, API calls with the help of an Ajax, dependency injection, forms, routing, RxJS operators and observables, modules and version enhancements. And I'll give you. So JSON is like, daily life. Every day, like we will be using JSON only. Nothing. That is why I'm telling the people who are the part of the JavaScript, you may learn like, without having any issues, guys. No need to worry about it. You can learn like, in parallel, because like anyhow, we are not directly start with that Angular. We will be starting the TypeScript for now. Understand? Once if that environment setup is done, maybe tomorrow only I'll start with the TypeScript. Understand? Tomorrow I'll start with the TypeScript, so that there will be some sufficient time for you to understand and learn. That is the reason. Okay. Yeah, Bootstrap, like, see, I'm giving you like an overview. I'm not giving you like, exactly what I'm going to tell you. When I say about the template will cover like, what HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, both three things would be covered. And styles you can take. There I'm using Angular material also, which I haven't discussed, but Angular material also I will show you an example. And directives you can take, attribute directives and normal directive, structural directive, and component directive. That means I'm just giving you like, a overview, what exactly the developer is required, because I'm not completely into that training. Understand? I'm a developer having 10 years of IT experience as complete full stack developer. I'm working as a technical lead, so that whatever the trending concepts are there, I'll definitely like, take those concepts and I'm explaining. Why should I unnecessary explain like, all the things which are there in the Angular? So that is what my intention. Okay. No, right now this is online training only. There is no classroom training. Once if they created a link, okay, once if they created a link for us, then definitely I'll upload like all these notes and everything, and on daily basis the examples also. Don't worry about it. Sir, mostly what will be used, static based and dynamic combination. Rajesh, Google, Gmail you can take. We have the login page, that is static. Next one is what? Gmail's mails are loading, right? That is dynamic. It's a combination. We can't say that like, only one can be used. It comes like, both. Yeah, it's a frequently asked questions. I have like, list of questions where like, very frequently asked in the interview. I'll give you at the end. Don't worry. I don't know about like, these recordings and all. Offline batch, I'm not sure, guys. I don't know like, about that offline batch. It's pure online batch, that what I got the information from the management. No, I don't have any plan for JavaScript, whereas I'll target like, only TypeScript. Can we have the, sir, can we use Visual Studio Code? Yes, Visual Studio Code only we will be using. We will be using VS Code only. No, each and everything is different. Angular is different, React is different, Node is different. But all these are works with the help of JavaScript. That is only the similarity. See, Angular is not only for the Java people, not only for the .NET people. The developers like who wants to become a full stack. Suppose you know about the Java, then you wanted to become a full stack developer, then you can learn the Angular. Suppose let's say we have a .NET developer, they wanted to become a full stack. They might learn like, the Angular. Suppose PHP people, or else like Python people. Anyone can learn. It doesn't matter that like, any web application developer can learn Angular. And this class is designed like in that way. It is not like I'm not targeting like, anyone. Either you're from the Java or .NET, it doesn't matter to me. I'll explain you in a generic way. That is so. I don't have contact number. Maybe I'll just connect with them today and I will update you on that. Okay. Guys, no need to do anything the way how I have explained in the session. You please download in that way. Go with the default setting. You need not to change any kind of environment variable and nothing to be done. Okay, nothing to be done. Just you can just download the Node.js software and then you can install it. That's it. No need to do anything. No need to change any kind of environment variable. That is not required from me. Okay. That is where like what students see prerequisites. I told you prerequisites are what? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Any person who know about these three, they can come and attend. That's it. That to basic level, not extreme level. Basic level is fine. Basic level is fine. If anyone knows about that, then they are welcome to join for this course. It doesn't matter that like it is for full stack, non-full stack, X, Y, Z, something like that. Anyone who are having like, the basic understanding of that, then that should be fine for me. Okay, now? Next. I don't know anything about the fees and the Google Classroom code. I don't have any info because like as these are the demo sessions, they might like, not available. The admins are not available, but definitely give one more day. Then like, I'll, or else like today only I'll connect with them once, like some admin will definitely assign to this batch. I'll coordinate with them and I'll give like, their number. But when TSC-V is run, TSC is not recognized as. Yes, we do have the session. What is tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Yeah, okay, it's Ugadi. But anyhow, it's an online session, right? You please attend. It's an online only, right? Okay. Yeah, we do have a session tomorrow, guys. We don't have like any, I mean, I didn't get any confirmation from the management. If anything that you will come to know, but still I didn't get. Next. Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? Yeah, I told you not tomorrow. Tomorrow we have session. We have session. Sure, Naina. Thanks for the feedback. Not required, Banu. Not required. Yeah, this course is enough. If you wanted to become an Angular, then this course is enough. I don't know anything about Nuri. Just you please take from them. Malesh, I don't have that Eclipse also with my system. Okay. I go with like VS Code, which is like, very generic IDE, which can be used it in our regular program. I'm explaining like, the complete Angular only. Like you need not to worry about that. Cool then. We'll continue the same tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Okay, please try to install it. That's it.